peeps, hope you are doing well. It's about time that I made a little update video about my moving plans to Japan, and I thought we'd also do a little Q&A so that we can have a little chat together, a little chinwag about this and that, any random topic that you want. Starting with the moving news first though. Technically the plan was to reattempt another move to Tokyo this month of October, so I would have been moving right now actually, towards the end of September. But as time went on and the borders didn't seem to be reopening, I just put the whole thing in the back of my head and tried resuming living a normal life, as normal as can be, given that I am still in this cardboard filled apartment with no job in the middle of a pandemic. But now it's at a point where I've put my life on hold since March of 2020, and it's really taking a toll on my mental and physical health, as a lot of you may already know. So even though a lot of people have been telling me that it'll be fine by October, I just had to tell myself that, yeah, no, it's probably not gonna happen. I have been following quite closely, and there are talks of slowly reopening the country to other surrounding safe countries, and I have a feeling that they're starting to let business people in and foreign residents back in finally. And from what I've gathered is that the next group of people in line would be government-sponsored students, and then hopefully international private students such as myself. But those are just speculations. That's what I'm hoping for, because currently my plan is to push back my move to April of 2021, so 1 year after what would have been my initial departure date. Right now I'm in the talks with my advisor. I was hoping I'd already have an answer by then, but I'm still waiting for them to get back to me. But I'm in the talks to see if that's even possible from an administrative standpoint, so fingers crossed. But if that does come through, well, actually, either way, I'm going to have to spend another winter in this super drafty apartment, which I thought I was done for good last winter, and I'm not looking forward to it. But also, we could be resuming this project, though this time around I don't have a day job to help me save up. I'm solely counting on ad revenue, my art, and my merch store, which I'm going to be promoting the crap of because I really want it to work out this time, and I want it to go as smooth as possible, so forgive me in advance for that. But also I really want to thank some super duper people who have really helped me out throughout this year, this really difficult year so far, and those are my lovely Patreons. And it's time for the shout out challenge for this video. I want to thank all my patrons this month for their support in this month of August. I'm very grateful. You don't know how much it means to me. Thank you to Deepak Yadav, Mary Lou, Jay Karen, Fuka, Richard Fujinami, Kenji Swift, Paco Walter, Devil Khan, and Nanu. I'm not a very flexible person. I'm doing this for you. Thank you so much for your support, and see you next time. Right, on to the Q&A, and I want to try and find the Japan related questions first, so we can kind of stay on subject. Here is one that asks, would I rather be in Japan right now, seeing that it's a pandemic and that things would be different? I think my answer would be that I'm kind of glad that I'm not in Japan right now, seeing that the state of the world is a mess. I don't think it'll be resolved 100% by the time I am going to attempt yet another move. But I am trying to see the silver lining in the situation, and the fact is that I get to spend more time with my friends and family and my cat, and I get to retry and learn from my mistakes. And even though I don't have my day job anymore, as I've mentioned, I get a little bit more time to hopefully save a little bit more this time around. I did get some questions about Pachi actually. Am I going to bring him to Japan? No, I would really like to, but he's a very old cat. He's almost 13 years old and he's very nervous, very skittish, and I don't think a move to the other side of the world would be very good for him. I'm very heartbroken to have to leave him behind. That was also another question, I think. How hard is the thought of leaving my cat behind when I go abroad, and where do I find the strength for it? For those who don't know, Bachi is gonna be staying at my mother's. They both get along very well. Both times I went to Japan, he stayed with my mom and everything went well. And how do I find the strength to do it? I mean, I don't think about it right now because I know I'll be heartbroken and I know I'll cry. If you've seen the goodbye diaries, I think I left a snippet in where I'm crying because I'm leaving soon. Well, I was supposed to leave soon, and I don't want to leave my cat behind. I'm very attached to him. He's like my furry BFF. So how do I find the strength for it? I don't think about it. I just tell myself that it's the right decision for him to stay where he's safe, where he's calm, where he'll be loved. Long story short, I'm not handling it well, but I know it's the right decision. And yeah. Am I afraid to be lonely when I move to Japan? I think the step is incredibly brave. Thank you so much for saying that. It's definitely scary. Yes, I'm afraid that I'm gonna be lonely, but also here I'm very isolated also, and I've learned to be alone a lot. Not that I like it that much, really, to be honest, but I've learned to be independent and I've learned to do things by myself. So yes, I'm afraid I'm gonna be lonely, but also it's not one of my biggest fears because I will have school and I'm hoping to meet people and make friends. What am I looking for the most when I'm finally able to move to Japan? Oh, so many things, but food for sure. Learning the language at the language school. I really hope I picked out a good school. I don't know, we'll just have to wait and see. I would love to be able to afford my own apartment in Tokyo, though it is looking a little bit bleak on that end. I might have to do shared housing or something, but that would be awesome. That would be like, if I could choose my moving circumstances, it would be like my own place in Tokyo. That would be amazing. Favorite Japanese snack? Well, I'm gonna say onigiri, of course. It's one of my favorite things. I don't know why. It's like the most simple thing ever, but I'm craving it a lot of the time. And also mochi. I really like mochi, so like maybe a strawberry daifuku. Yeah, I'm really craving anko also at the moment. Ask me any other day, it might be something else, but today those are my answers. What's my favorite part of Tokyo? I'm gonna get so much shit for that, but I really like Asakusa. I know that is a very touristy area, but I think I have a really good memory of it because it was one of the only non-rainy days I had the first time I went to Tokyo, and it was my first experience with a temple with sensoji. Yes, I know, like the most touristy place ever. I don't think I'd enjoy it that much now that I've seen it more than once, but I have a soft spot in my heart for it for sure. Slightly Japan related because it's to do with my current moving plans. Will I be staying at my current apartment for now? Yes. I know I've talked about my landlord wanting me out by the end of September, but we've made a deal and I should be able to stay until at least April, and I think he's showing more flexibility with the whole situation, so should be able to stay here. It's gonna be a very hard winter. I know how it's gonna be, but at least I have a place to stay. Yes. What was my favorite part of Japan? Doesn't have to be a city. It could be anything. It doesn't have to be anything big. It could be... Oh, I think the question is cut, but a random thing I liked from Japan is actually when I arrived in Hiroshima for the first time. It was in 2017. There was this specific moment, again, it had been raining and raining. I just came from Osaka, Nara, Kyoto, like that little triangle thing. So I just arrived in Hiroshima. I put my things at my Airbnb and then I went for a walk to discover the city. And the sun was setting over a river, I believe, and it was just so beautiful and peaceful. And after having been in like very touristy areas and a lot of people, I was just in this quiet space. And I mean, there are tons of different memories, but this one is one that stayed very vivid and powerful in my mind. I think that's it for the Japan related questions. I have a travel question here. Where do I see myself in 10 months? In Japan, I hope, but art-wise, yes, in Japan, I hope. And art-wise, I hope I can really start seeing some progress and evolution in my style. No matter how long I've been drawing, I still don't feel like I have my own style. I hope that in a few months time I'll be able to create like full-on illustrations and be able to sell more and rely a little more on my art as a job and less than a I'm trying to make it / hobby thing. I'm trying to keep my answer short, otherwise I could go on forever when it comes to art and my hopes and dreams around it. Do I ever want to settle down, get married, have kids in the future? Yes, if it's in the cards for me, definitely yes. But I've also learned that you never know what life has to offer and how things might go different ways than what you expect them to / hope them to. But if it's in the cards, yes, I would definitely like to get married and have kids. Favorite season and why? Summer, because it's hot out and it feels nice and the sky is blue and everything feels alive and green and beautiful. You can eat lots of fruits and ice cream if you eat things that are in season. And it's also the season of my birthday. I think that's enough. I have many more reasons, and obviously summer in Japan would be a whole other story. I've never experienced it yet. I definitely heard things about it, but I'm gonna say summer and then spring and then autumn and then winter. I don't like being cold. Do I have a favorite Pokemon? Pikachu. I actually have two. I have Pikachu and I have a second one, and if you've been really watching my Pokemon Center visits, especially the one in Japaniku 1.5, you'll know which one it is. Leave it in the comments if you know which Pokemon that is. But definitely Pikachu and then definitely that other Pokemon, and I'm pretty sure I have some other favorites, but yeah. What made you decide to get tattoos, and also what are the ones that I have? I'm gonna point you to this video because I think it's a really cool one and you should watch it. When did I pick up Chi and why give them such a name? I guess it's Bachi. I got Bachi, I think I must have been 17, I'm not sure. He was my neighbor's cat. I think I also have a video about that. And why did I choose Bachi? I just don't know. His full name is Skin Bachi. And honestly, I don't remember where it came from. Maybe from a manga, maybe it comes from Kenpachi, from Bleach. I just remember that I had a list of names that I liked the sound of, and that's the one that suited him the most. He was also almost called Shampoo, which would have been really cute. Throughout my current life, ooh, are we talking about reincarnation? I don't remember my other lives. When did you laugh the hardest? Actually, it might be an odd answer, but definitely in high school. High school is not easy for anyone. It's not that easy. It's not easy being a teenager. You're awkward, you're gangly. Well, not for anyone. Some people are super lucky, but that was the case for me. You're going through stuff, but I was very lucky to have had an amazing group of friends, and I feel like I laughed almost every day with those girls. I don't think I've ever found a group of friends since then where I felt that I could just be myself and I felt comfortable and included, and I just, you know, there were stupid jokes, stupid dorky teenage jokes, but I remember laughing so hard for most of my high school years. So I really cherish those times and I really cherish those friendships, and even though we're all in different places right now, we still keep in touch, and I still remember all those girls very fondly. So those were the times that I laughed the hardest. I don't have anything specific. Even if I did, they would have been inside jokes, but very fond memories for sure. What is my favorite thing about myself? That one's really sweet, I think. And I'd have to, well, it's actually hard to answer that one, but if I had to choose, it would be my strength and my resilience, because I feel like, just as anyone else does, but I feel like I've gone through a lot of heavy stuff. But I've always bounced back and I've always made it through. I may be whiny and I may complain a lot, but I do always bounce back. And I think that's something that I like the most about myself, is that, you know, you fall 7 times, you get up 8. I don't know if that's the right one. I've always gotten up, even if I'm at the bottom of rock bottom of like the 7th circle of hell. Totally not being dramatic here. I've always gotten back up. Favorite anime? I had to give that one a lot of thought, because I'm definitely more of a manga girl, and I would have the tendency to choose adaptations of those favorite mangas into anime. But if I had to choose something completely separate and something that is not Ghibli, because I think that's a little too mainstream at the moment, I would have to choose The Girl Who Leapt Through Time. I love that director. I love a lot of things that they have done, but I think The Girl Who Leapt Through Time, or this probably has other titles like Time Leap or something. I really love that one, and I think I've watched it way too many times, and it's also where this censor sound comes from when I say Have I ever felt love at first sight? Nope. Lust at first sight? Yup, but not love. Do I think traveling solo is best or with a group? So another travel one that I missed. I kind of prefer traveling solo rather than in a group, because I can get more done, because I'm only with myself and I do what I want, and we don't have to have big discussions of where we go next. But I don't have much experience with traveling in groups, even smaller groups, and I would definitely like to experience that more. Maybe it will infuriate me, but I gotta learn, you know, I can't be this solo selfish person all the time. I gotta learn to share my time. Okay, I don't want to keep you all day, so I think this video is long enough for now. I really enjoyed reading through your questions. Please check the description for all the links to my merch stores and to my Patreon, and there are also like links to my Discord or a secret link to something special. You never know what I hide in there, so definitely go check it out. Thank you to everyone for sticking with me and for being patient. Let's try and make the April 2021 happen. I'm gonna keep this graph up on social media, so I let you know how the progress is going. Hopefully it'll work out. Of course, let me know what other kind of videos you would like to see from me, considering that there is a pandemic and that I am probably gonna be here in Brussels until April. Hopefully by April I can move. Fingers crossed. But until then, let's keep ourselves occupied. I want to make cool videos until then, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram for my stories, where I keep you updated about the situation and other things, and we can hang out and chat and everything and do Q&As and all those kind of things. Consider joining me on Patreon. I would really appreciate it. It starts at just $1, and even $1 really helps, guys. Like really helps. So consider doing that. There are lots of rewards, including the shout out challenge. So that's all from me for the promotions. I am really nervous / excited. I'm really hoping it can work out this time. Waiting for answers, but what happens. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time, probably in a vlog. And yeah, my L word, you all. Bye.